What's up, everyone? How are you all doing today? Hope you're all having a great day. So, I'm going to do a webinar. I'm testing this webinar out, seeing what I could do better, what questions you have as well. So, just let me know in the chat what questions you may have. And the way to do it, I'll show you. You want to do it with a Q, then a colon, then the question. It just makes the format look better. And it makes it easier when I see the chat. I can see I can see it easily. I can see the Q and the colon. So, are you ready to get your mind blown? I used the wrong one. Your mind blown. And I was gonna say, well, maybe not that blown, and use this one. There you go. Nice colors, happiness, excellence. All right, there we go. Little technical problems I just had there, but that is what happens when you go live. You just go with the flow. So let's just get right into the webinar. So here we go. 3 reasons you're not growing on guitar and what to practice instead. You want to stop guessing and then start making progress. Give me one sec. Ooh, let's see. There we go. All right, you're practicing. So why aren't you progressing? Because a lot of the time, effort isn't always the problem. Let's see, we go to the next one. Reason number one, you're practicing without direction. So, do you do this? You watch random YouTube video to random YouTube video. You try to practice this chord. You're like, ooh, I want to learn that song. That song sounds really good. Let me see how I can play that song. And then you're like, oh, but what about that scale I wanted to learn? I forgot about. And then that technique exercise. Oh my God, that lick sounds so cool. I'm gonna put that in my repertoire of things too. And then, but I also want to be able to solo and improvise more. Your head's just got these 7 different things that you want to do all at once. And then you end up doing none of them. So you want to ask yourself, where do I want to focus today? Pick just one of those 7 things on the list. Just keep working on that until you know it frontwards, backwards, diagonal, upside down, every which way. So it's just second nature. Then you would move on to the next thing once you know it backwards and forward. There we go. Okay. And then reason number 2, your foundation is holding you back. You got weak technique, poor timing, lack of theory, and then limited fretboard knowledge. You don't know where the notes are on the fretboard. You don't know how to make chords in different areas of the fretboard. So it's like when building a house. You build the roof first, right? And then you build the windows and then you build the walls, right? No, of course not. You build the foundation first. You build it brick by brick, and then you have a strong foundation. Once you have a strong foundation, then you go to the next step. You start building the walls, and then eventually you end up getting to building the ceiling and the roof. So there's steps that you have to follow to reach each plateau. That's not the word I want to use, not plateau, because that means you'll be stuck. So more of a place that'll keep you just progressing, I guess, progressing to get better. But there, well, there is other things too, and that is a strong foundation, which I just talked about. And what a foundation is a lot of times you'll hear fundamentals. That's what fundamentals are. If you don't know, it's when you're learning the beginning things that you need to know before you do, the other things you want to learn, like fundamentals for learning guitar. You want to know how to hold the guitar, how your fingers are supposed to be, where your wrist is supposed to be, you know, what parts of your finger you're supposed to use when playing chords. Those things you want to know. How your what your posture is supposed to be, the tuning of the guitar is very important. You always want to be in tune with the guitar. I have a lot of beginners who just don't like to tune the guitar and want to play it out of tune. And what that also does is your ear gets used to it sounding out of tune. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you always tune your guitar. That's the first thing you want to do before you start playing guitar is tune the guitar up. Very important. And then reason number three, you're missing the connection. So guitar, it isn't random. It all works together. Those scales in the chords, in the rhythm, in the lead techniques. So if you have a chord and you're playing a chord and then you end up playing a scale, but the scale is not, it doesn't go with the chord you're playing. It doesn't have those notes in that scale or in that chord. Some chords you can use the different scale with the same chord, but you still should know the scale, and the best way is to know what notes are in the chord. Those are what's called chord tones, but I won't get into that. I'm just making this really simple. And then here you go. Connection creates flow, and then flow creates progress. So just remember that. We just saw that one. And here's the three things holding you back. Direction. Practicing without a plan leads to spinning your wheels. So, what you need, I wrote it down here, clarity and focus. Know where to go and what to prioritize. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said get a mentor or someone who is where you want to be. Talk to them and find out what they did to get there. Success always leaves clues. So, very important to remember that. Foundation. Weak fundamentals limit everything you build. So you need a strong foundation. Build the essentials so you can play with confidence. And then the connection. Without understanding how things work together, you stay stuck. So you need smart connection. Put it all together and watch your playing just come alive. So if you know the fundamentals, you know the foundation of what you need to do, and you start getting better from there, it'll be much easier once you get more advanced and further down the line. So you can't improve what you don't understand, right? So direction, foundation, connection. That's how you break through. All right, now let's go to the next slide. So, and of course, you don't have to figure it all out. You get a community. My community is Absolute Guitar Avenue. You get step-by-step lessons, guided practice plans, live coaching and feedback, and support and accountability. So learn better and practice smarter. So you'll end up playing with confidence. That's what I want for you. I want you to be able to play with confidence and get rid of those excuses and those obstacles. I've heard them all, and none of them are true. So, and that's why I created Absolute Guitar Avenue for cleared roadmap, focused lessons, guided practice systems, support and feedback. So it's no more guesswork, just a proven path. Why not join the community and help yourself out? So this was just a quick review of the webinar, but I figured I'd just throw myself in the deep end and come live just in case anyone that came on. I don't know if I'm going to leave this up or if I'm going to take it down, but while it is up for at least right now, go check it out. So knowing the problem is only the beginning. You still need a clear plan, personal guidance, and feedback to put everything together. That's why I created Absolute Guitar Avenue. Let's see. I think this is the one with, yeah. Let me just put the QR code in there. So if you want to join, it's a 7-day free trial. There we go. There's the QR code. All you got to do is just scan that, and then you are in for 7 days for free. Might as well learn for free while you can for 7 days. And then if you enjoy the community, just you could stay. As you see, I'm totally transparent. It's $69 a month. One-on-one, if you're live with me, it would be 69 an hour, 65 to 120 an hour. You're getting this for $2, just over $2 a day, and you're getting a lot. So I would take advantage of that. Let's see if this works. See if I could put something in the chat. Let's see. I'm not sure why the comments are not working now. Okay, that is all I have for you today. And hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you again soon.